What's up, everybody? Welcome to Villainous Cinema, where we watch VHS trash, cult classics, and B movies so you do not have to. Once again, thank you to Nicholas Valdez
Thank you
for
very
being
much.
the baddest ass co-host of all time. Nicky, you're the greatest of all time. You got me.
You as well.
And also like we are listener supported podcast supported by just people just like you that we are on patreon.com and also on youtube.com, so just subscribe to the channel and we got like a lot that we have in order for this, but we got flagged for a couple of things.
We did?
Yeah. Well, when we put some of our stuff up, we were like, oh well, they're flagging all this anyways.
Oh, all those trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we are definitely supported by people just like you, and just hit the subscribe button, or if you want to help us out non-monetarily, help us out on YouTube. Help us out on Twitter at Evan Landon or at Villainous Cinema for all of our Facebook and Twitter, and also our and also our Instagram. Villainous Cinema. Just look it up. This is us apparently. Today we have a very specific topic that we're talking about, and this is our top 5 Easter movies.
What? And the episode changes on the whim.
It's Easter. You gotta pick your top 5 Easter movies.
Top 5 Easter movies. I can't even think of 5 Easter movies.
Well, it's easy. So a lot of the ways that we do this is we take one pick up here, and we take another pick here, and we take another pick here, and we take another pick here. So we get 5. So Nicholas Valdez is a very, very storied and one of the greatest of all the minds as far as it comes to movie guides, movie reviews. He's well sought after, and that's why I keep him around. But yeah, so I figured like the way that we would go about this interview would be more or less top 5 Easter movies, and I do have 5 Easter movies, but we're gonna tie this in with a little bit of dystopian at the same time. So we're gonna do our top 5 dystopian movies that might actually be Easter movies.
And I reiterate that you cannot break up sci-fi and dystopian as, oh my God, you just like totally threw my episode into like the whatchamacallit. Okay. But yeah, because I was coming into this episode thinking that we were going to talk about sci-fi and dystopian movies, and now all of a sudden he's just thrown out Easter movies, which I'm not prepared for, nor do I even know if there are Easter movies to begin with. I wasn't aware that there are even Easter
anything
movies.
About a rabbit.
Okay, like, so
I'm gonna start off with my favorite Easter movie of all time, On Watership Down.
what makes that an Easter movie and what makes it not?
There's funnies and they're dying, and it's an allegory for Christ.
I don't think that this works in the same way that you'd like it to work with Christmas movies, I have to say.
Well, I mean, let's face some facts here. On Watership Down is probably the 5th greatest Easter movie of all time.
Okay, but can you name 10 Easter movies? Like, I know you have 5 apparently, but
Apparently.
can you name 10?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a reach. What's your fifth?
No, I don't have any. You like totally took my episode and like, we were supposed to talk about sci-fi, neo-sci-fi, and
But it's
dystopian,
Easter.
and those 3 topics all like kind of coincide. And I know you want this to work like the Christmas movies. There are Christmas movies. There are not Easter movies. I'm sorry. No matter what way you cut it, they just don't exist.
Going on. What's your fifth favorite Easter movie?
Yeah, I don't have any
got
favorite
none.
Easter movies. Seriously, like
You've got
what can you
nothing?
classify as an Easter movie? Like, I mean, are we talking about fine, okay, the Ten Commandments? That's the only Easter movie.
Oh, wow.
So I
Oh,
mean,
that's a hard one. All right, all right, all right.
I mean, Ten Commandments, maybe fucking what there's like 3 of those super religious movies that they show every freaking Easter. Like those are it. That's it.
I'm
There's
just fucking
those,
with
and
you.
that's it.
You know, I'm just fucking with you, right?
I'm still trying to grasp this concept that you're trying to get me to like come
I'm
up with
legit
movies
just
on.
fucking with you. Okay, so what are we doing? It's neo noir. Oh wait, hold on. We're doing neo sci-fi.
We're doing sci-fi, well, classic sci-fi, neo sci-fi, and dystopian,
All right. So we're
which
crossing 3 genres. That is not Easter.
well, I think that they're 3 sectors of one genre for me. For me.
Hmm.
Because I think all of them, I don't think that you can have a dystopian movie like without being sci-fi.
Well,
Like it would be really hard.
I mean, you
And
can.
like, but some
All right.
sci-fis are not dystopian.
Well, Nikki, I'm gonna let you take this. What are the top 5 whatevs that you're thinking?
Okay. Top 5.
There's only got to be 5, but it has to be of the same genre.
Okay. Top 5 of my classic sci-fi movies are, and I'm going to bring out very quickly some honorable mentions that I thought of while I was coming up with my list. So from top to bottom, most honorable to least honorable, okay, I go Aliens, Terminator 2, Star Wars, A New Hope, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Ghost in the Shell, The Thing for You, and E.T. as my honorable mentions. But my top 5 in sci-fi, classic sci-fi, are
Wait. Are we talking about dystopian sci-fi or sci-fi in general?
just sci-fi, just sci-fi.
Just
Okay.
sci-fi. Okay. All
So
right.
my top 5 in sci-fi of all time,
Right.
okay, or my classic sci-fi will be Empire Strikes Back as 5. 4 will be the original Alien. 3 will be Solaris, the original.
What?
2 will be 2001 Space Odyssey. And number 1 will be Metropolis.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So what are yours?
It's a lot. What? You're saying just for sci-fi?
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do here, and this is for anyone who's still listening, is that we're trying to specify between dystopian sci-fi and sci-fi.
Okay, well, I can bring up my top 5 of dystopian movies that I came up with for you to see the the
By all
difference.
means, go for it.
Okay, so before I go with my top 5, I just wanted to bring out some mentions of things.
More honorable mentions. Oh.
didn't make the top list, but were
People-
considerably cool and I think good dystopian films. So those honorable mentions are Brazil, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, Inception, Mad Max, all of them, and Waterworld. Okay. But my top 5 dystopian goes as follows. Delicatessen, Children of Men,
like you're literally trying to just destroy my list.
Blade Runner, Clockwork Orange, and the grand
Fuck!
finale
Stop.
of
all right, all right, all right.
the grand
Your honorable
finale.
mentions are destroying
No.
my top 5.
No, and my top dystopian movie of all time is Stalker.
Oh yeah. All right.
What are yours?
No. What we have to do is we have to break this down because you just demolished my entire list.
I did.
In a little bit. But what was your number 5 again? And this is what we're doing. We're doing the top 5 dystopian sci-fi flicks.
Okay.
So, what was your 5 again?
For dystopian movies,
Yeah. Oh,
Friend-
dystopian sci-fi movies.
yeah, well, I guess I just did a top 5 of dystopian movies. So
Right. What would you say as number 5?
in dystopian, my 5 is Delicatessen.
Ooh, fuck. God damn, I love that movie. That was a fucking great movie.
I know, and
That's one of those movies where like I actually have to go back and watch that to really figure out. That was good.
it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Who's in Delicatessen, by the way?
I forget. I think I know the Matthew Kozowitz is in it.
Yeah.
Who is the lead actor in that movie Amelie?
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Check.
it's like the lead actor in Amelie. Delicatessen is made by the director of Amelie.
Really?
Yeah. Also, do you remember the fourth installment? I'm like really into alien movies right now. I've spent like the past week like rewatching the whole saga because my girlfriend hadn't seen any of them. So I'm like have watched like 5 alien movies this week.
Oh shit.
Anyway, so what I was gonna say is that the director
that movie's fucked up, man.
the director of Delicatessen, if I'm not mistaken, is the director of the 4th installment of Alien.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, remember the one where the alien gets pulled through that little hole in the window at the end?
Yeah, that was like her that was like her kid, right? Something that Ripley gave birth to that kid. Like
Yeah. And then like rips them through that window and shit. Like,
yeah, a lot like what's her name in Jason X? Like Janessa. She's like, "Oh, this really sucks."
yeah. But anyway. Anywho, so yeah, so I've been watching a whole bunch of sci-fi, so that's why I'm so like kind of like captivated by the idea. But Delicatessen is a great phenomenal film.
But you're gonna go ahead and say that Delicatessen is one of your picks for a dystopian sci-fi.
Yeah. I think so. It would go into that. I mean, it's not your normal sci-fi, so that's why I put it in my list for. I mean, my top sci-fi / dystopian movie
No. We have five. That's all we have. So guess what mine is?
I don't know.
Mad Max. That's right. Mad Max, the greatest of all the dystopian sci-fi movies ever made, with your favorite, Mel Gibson. You love you some Mel Gibson. I know you do.
I do, but I don't think those movies aren't that good. They're definitely not like they're
No,
definitely
no Mad Max? Really?
I mean, they're okay, you know. You have to admit that I
Launched
think
an entire franchise.
I think that in my eyes,
How can you not like Mad Max?
and I'll tell you
Have you
why.
watched it
Yeah. I mean,
and you didn't like it?
it's not you didn't like it. Like you realize that like what are there like four of them now at this point? There's Thunderdome, there's
Yeah, it's like four. Yeah.
at this point, I think they're in the
That's a
plans.
franchise though, man. That's a
Another one?
franchise.
Yeah,
Why would you be so upset about a franchise?
it's not that. I think that it fails
We
in the
don't need another hero.
it it fails in the same way that Star Wars fails. Good story, good idea, badly executed.
Whatever. I'm gonna disagree with you on that because Mad Max Fury Road rocked it. But here's the other part too, is that when you have Mel Gibson against anybody, come on. You gotta go with Mel.
Yeah, but still, like it falls short.
Who's the other guy? Russell Crowe. They're both Aussies. Like it's both like it's either Mel or Russell. Um,
Russell Crowe wasn't in fucking Fury Road. What the fuck are you smoking?
no, it's Tom Hardy. Anyways, what's your fourth? What's your fourth?
Um,
Do you have it written down or no?
mm, um,
You got it. You got it.
okay, wait. I mean, because now you're asking me to like combine all of my lists into one.
I
So
didn't do anything. All I did was ask you.
okay. No, you know what? Like,
All right.
oh,
So what's number 4 on your dystopian movies list?
my four on dystopian movies
Yeah.
is Children of Men.
All right. All right. All right. What hold on. How did Children of Men Cleve Owen like sneak his way like into there?
What into dystopia?
Yeah, well, I mean, like Children of Men, like what makes you love that movie so much?
Oh, it's really well put together, and it really does portray like the urgency of the moment and suspends reality, but it's plausible at the same time.
But do you think, all right, and one of the things that I don't like about Children of Men is the fact that it's very like it almost seems like a string, like a yarn, you know. You know what a yarn is? Yarn is when you just have it and just pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. That's what Children of Men was to me. It was like
Yeah,
yarn.
you'd use that that example, and it
True.
doesn't make sense.
For
Like
Children of Men?
like it. Well, yeah, like you know, but you're not really going into what's wrong with yarn in every movie. Like if you're doing something well, like giving information. You're giving
Well,
information.
when cats
Like,
get in there, they're like all up in that yard.
so your example of why it's bad gives no content.
Right. Well, all right. So I'm gonna give you my fourth, and this is for dystopian, sci-fi, obvi, right?
Mhm.
It's a movie that I did a whole uh, uh article. I wrote an entire article about this movie. It's called The Bad Bunch. It's Bad Batch. The Bad Batch, and it's with
Watch that, but I've heard of it.
yeah,
Some
it's called Draco from fucking Game of Thrones. Keanu Reeves is like a cult leader. I think Jim Carrey's in there somewhere. But
yeah.
it was very dystopian, and it was and I was like, oh, well, apparently what the premise of the movie is where they have these um undesirables, right? And they can't just necessarily throw them into prisons, so they just throw them out into the fucking the wastelands, and it's all fenced off, and they're like, well, we're gonna just let these people feed on each other, and then you get these cannibal tribes out there, and they basically take like this hot girl who's out there, and she gets her arm chopped off, she gets her leg chopped off, and they eat it, and then she becomes this badass like gun-toting fuck, like great. Bad Batch, yeah, great movie.
But okay.
You ever
Oh
seen it? I
no,
wrote an entire article about it. It's pretty good.
I haven't seen it. Okay. But this is an example of what I would call a dystopian movie that doesn't exactly fall within sci-fi.
Well, but how would a dystopian movie not fall into sci-fi?
That is a difficult question.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Well, what would you say your fourth is?
mm, I would say that my fourth science fiction dystopian movie would be
You got nothing. What do you got? Did you
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner?
Yeah,
Fuck! I knew you were gonna fucking say Blade Runner. Shit.
of course. Why would I not say Blade Runner? It's
I knew it
real.
was gonna, dude. Like you're taking away one of mine.
Well,
All right,
Blade
all right. So what is it about Blade Runner that you like so much that makes it number 4?
I mean, it's an iconic sci-fi movie. It's an iconic dystopian movie. If you're gonna ask me, like, what are the top 5 fucking dystopian sci-fi movies, that's one of the most iconic through its character and through the look of that film. It's it's like essentially between Mad Max and fucking Blade Runner, what we like do as imagery when it comes to a dystopian future. Like somehow they're always wearing black leather jackets. And shit. So
What is it that Rugger House says like at the very end? Like what is his monologue? What he says?
I don't know. Like it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Hold
Okay.
on, let me see if
And
I
I
can.
do think that like that movie, they did a shitty like revamping of that story when they like
All right.
did.
So the monologue was written by Rutger Hauer. The script, he actually did do Ridley Scott actually went back and gave him credit for the monologue that he wrote, basically. And it basically goes like this. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like rain, like tears in the rain. I've known adventures. I've seen places you people will never see. I've been off-world and back, frontiers. I've stood on the back deck of a blinker bound for the Plutonian camps with sweat in my eyes, watching stars fight on the shoulder of Orion. I've had wind in my hair, riding test boats off black galaxies and seen attack fleets burn like a match and disappear. Seen it. I felt it. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in the rain. Time to die.
It's a good monologue. It's a good monologue. It was
Fucking
good.
A, man. Dude, Rutger Hauer wrote that. Like Ridley Scott actually gave him like quotes for that. Like he's like, dude, fucking Rutger wrote that shit. You know?
Yeah. I mean, there was a good reason he kept it in the movie. You know.
It was not a bad movie
No.
by any means. And like to this day, like I'll sit there and fucking watch Blade Runner. I'll probably watch Blade Runner tonight, you know, and just be like, just to listen to the ambient background, because
Like,
that shit is fucking amazing, dude. Even the soundtrack's fucking awesome, dude.
still holds up today.
Yeah.
It still holds up today.
Today, dude, what was it, like 1982? I think I was born in 1982. Like,
No, but it holds up better today than the follow-up that they just did not too long ago.
oh, what, with Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
Why does everyone fucking love Ryan Gosling so much, man?
It's a pretty decent actor, man.
Fucking
Like,
stupid. Fuck that
if you've
guy.
seen him in any of like anything that was like, you know, like not his shitty movies, but
Yo,
you know,
legit. I could do Ryan Gosling's part.
no.
No, fuck that guy.
No.
Okay, so I'm moving on to number 3, Numero Trace, right? So what were my first? Oh, I had Mad Max, right?
Yeah.
And what was number 4 for me? I think it was shoot, what was it? Do you remember?
You have to remember yours.
Whatever. Who cares? And then number 3, by all means, has to be the greatest dystopian movie. Oh well, The Bad Batch. Yeah, that's what I bet. Numero Trace for your boy has to be the greatest dystopian pick of all time. And that, my friend, is the arcade game Waterworld. Waterworld, baby.
We're not 2-1. We're at 3.
Waterworld is my third.
What? Okay.
What? What's wrong? What's wrong with Waterworld? There was a video game that I used to play in the arcade version.
Like, see, you use these statements as if they're like backup that that's any good. That the because they did something based off of this.
It was the highest grossing movie in that year.
And your point?
It was also the highest that they spent like 300 million on that one, and then like it made like 180 million or something like that in the first year, and then everyone was like, "Oh, it's the highest grossing movie of all time." I'm like, "Yeah, it barely made shit."
Yeah.
But Waterworld, yay!
Okay.
Why do you
Fine.
hate? Why do you hate Waterworld so much?
It's a fucking awful movie. It's awful.
How? The script's perfect.
No, it's not. The script is Mad Max on the water.
They're on jet skis, Nick.
Yeah.
They're on
Exactly.
jet skis.
Mad Max on water.
Dennis Hopper.
Like, if you were to ask Dennis Hopper, he would admit that that movie sucks.
It's Waterworld, man.
It's like saying the name of the movie and the in front of that does not make it good.
All right. All right. All right. Fine. Fine, Nicky. Fine. Okay. What's your third?
Um,
Nothing.
my third,
Dystopian sci-fi movie. You know I took Waterworld already, so you can't pick that one. You'll never be able to pick Waterworld.
yeah, good. But I would never anyway. I
Well,
think
yeah.
that it's worth a mentioning, to say that, oh, Waterworld was a significant film at this time that was a dystopian one, and it has kind of iconic looks to it. So it is an iconic movie, but it's also iconically bad.
Don't try to do that. Don't try to like sugar up to everybody else. Like just because you fucking sank that thing. You were like, fuck that.
No, I'll
Oh,
fucking
this
sink
movie
it.
sucks.
I will sink it and then fucking shoot it, okay? Just to make sure that everybody knows what a piece of shit it is.
Dude, that was my third pick. What's your
I
third pick?
don't give a shit.
What's your third pick?
It's an awful movie.
But
It might be iconic, but it's iconically bad. Um,
damn,
my third is gonna be the original Alien.
dystopian?
Absolutely.
How's it dystopian?
How is it not dystopian? Is my question.
Are you saying like the Wayland Imani? Yeah. So
Yeah.
so the company that sends them out into their death, apparently.
Futuristic fucking world of basically wasteland essentially. That they send these, space cowboys essentially in a way. Or
So
what?
yeah, so what you're basically saying
We're bending
it's a dystopian society way back on Earth.
yeah, well, what I'm saying is that right now we're bending the lines between several different several different subgenres.
Mhm.
Okay, so the line between like dystopian and sci-fi is kind of muttered at this point.
Okay. So the so so
Dispute
the
whether
so
we
the
can.
alien hold on. The alien that you're talking about is also known as a xenomorph
Yeah.
or XX121 or Internurcus raptus.
Okay.
Internivicus rapus is a fictional endoparasitoid extraterrestrial species that is the antagonist of the Alien film series. Species made his film debut in the film 1979 and reappeared in sequels. And the species returns in prequels, Prometheus, Alien Covenant, crossover, Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator Requiem, and the Skull of one of the creatures briefly in Predator 2, 1990. In addition, the alien appears in various literature and video game spin-offs of the franchise. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm more referring to the original film. I mean, like the whole saga, the whole franchise, like is really.
Well, the alien design is credited to Swiss surrealist and artist H.R. Geiger,
Yeah.
originating in a lithograph titled Necronom 4 and refined for the series' first film, Alien. The practical effects for the alien's head were designed and constructed by Italian special effects designer Carlo Rambaldi. The species' design and life cycle have been excessively augmented, sometimes inconsistently throughout each film. Unlike other extraterrestrial races in science fiction, such as Daleks and Cybermen in Doctor Who, or the Klingons and Borg in Star Trek, the aliens are not sapient tool makers. They lack technological civilization of any kind and are instead primal, predatory creatures with no higher goal than the propagation and self-preservation of their own species. Is that right?
Yeah, but the point is that like if you want to get into that aspect of it, like really the Necronom was a whole like fucking dystopian world that fucking H.R. Geiger created. Everything was based off of H.R. Geiger's like work. Essentially that whole fucking world.
Yeah, well, what they're even saying here too is that yeah, when basically the entire but I would even go so far as to say like Alien, that movie that you picked number 3 on the dystopian sci-fi movies, and you're choosing Alien. I would actually say Alien's kind of a slasher movie.
It is. I think that Alien falls into many different genres.
Yeah, it's like one of those movies that like, you can copy and paste it anywhere and like you're like, well, Alien.
Is it a horror movie? Yeah. It's a slasher movie. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is it a
Totally
sci-fi movie?
sci-fi
Yeah.
movie.
Is it kind of dystopian? Yeah. Also, like,
Well, the Wayland Utani group too.
yeah, it's just like the whole thing like can fall into. Is it like you could even say like it is an action movie to a certain extent?
Yeah.
But that's why I choose it. Because it is dystopian to me, and it is a phenomenal film, and it is most definitely sci-fi.
Hmm.
So anyway, what's your 2?
We got 2 more.
You got 2.
Oh no. All right, here we go. You're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this so much. I'm picking one of my favorite movies of all time, Dread.
Okay. Dread.
Dude, I gave it, dude, it's got like four out of 5 stars on my review. You gotta see it. You gotta read it.
Like,
Dread was pretty fucking awesome.
okay, well,
How have you seen it or no?
no, I have not seen Dread.
Why would you watch Dread? You're like, what a dumb fucking movie, Evan.
No, that's not what I said. I haven't seen it, so I can't really.
I made my girlfriend watch that, and she was highly pissed off. Like she was like, "How dare you?"
Yes.
Like, subject me to this. Yeah, but good for her. But yeah, no, like if you look at the movie Dread, okay, Carl Urban,
No.
yeah. So Carl Urban is like this straight up badass.
Yeah.
Like he ain't taking shit for shit, So like his he's basically Judge Dredd. Did you ever watch the Sylvester Stallone one?
Oh yeah. I remember Judge Dredd, man.
Yeah, I'm the law. Now in this movie,
Totally sly. Fire!
Carl Urban actually does it. He actually does it. Like when he's on like the radio, he's like that, like just breathing heavy into a microphone. I loved it, man. It was so good, dude. It was so good. Yeah. If you ever look at the dystopian, whole thing behind the whole comic book series, you have Judge Dredd, and it's actually like a really big comic, and it's actually all about dystopian shit. And yeah, Sylvester Stallone did that before he did the rock climber movie.
Oh yeah. Rock climber movie. Go Sly.
Ah, you motherfucker.
I know, like Sly, your open invite. Open invite. Anyway.
Oh, you forgot your part, dude. That's your new part. So we send out now a special invitation to any celebrity to be on our podcast. And are you picking Sly?
I am clicking Sly.
Okay.
Open invite to Sly Stallone.
Okay. Now I'm gonna
Rocky.
I'm gonna one up you. I'm gonna one up you. I'm gonna one up you here.
Huh?
I'm gonna give it out to one of the greatest actors of all time that does not get enough credit.
Macaulay Culkin.
Frank Stallone.
Oh, Frank Stallone.
Sending a special invite out to Frankie Stallone, brother of Sly. And he's been so overlooked for so long.
That is true. Anyway, so what was your two?
So yeah, I got Dread. What's your two?
Oh, my two, yes. My two. My two is A Clockwork Orange.
Okay. So this is like a callback to our Stanley Kubrick.
Well, it happens to be my top dystopian sci-fi movie.
That's two. Your numero dos is Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, for sure. It was a hard pick, but I do say that A Clockwork is great. I think they like fucked up his eyes in that fucking like scene with the fucking machine and the eye drops and shit.
So what what's the character's name? Alex, right?
Yeah,
What
Alex.
what is it in Clockwork Orange that makes it dystopian? Besides the fact that it's in Russian.
Well, yeah, and it's done in this, and it's like this
Did you read
totally
the book
like
or no?
no, but it's totally this broken down like society, you know, almost like
It's,
could be
it's
an authoritarian government and shit.
yeah, like it's almost like
Like
Dostoevsky a
based
little.
on reality, but it's definitely like a fuck yeah, like
That's
could
it. All right. Well, I mean, like, yeah, dude, Clockwork Orange is definitely dystopian and sci-fi. Definitely.
yeah, for
It's
sure.
also it's also like a callback to Stanley Kubrick movies that we did last week, and I think we did get a little bit of backlash about some of that, but uh,
Well,
there's only so many Stanley Kubrick movies out there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
not like he's like currently making movies. R.I.P.
No,
You know?
and he didn't make that many movies to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he just didn't have as long of a career as I think that any Stanley Kubrick fan wishes that he would have enjoyed. But
Hmm.
I mean, it is a bummer. Like, I would have loved to fucking. He had this concept all written out and blueprinted and everything about a story about Napoleon that I would have just absolutely loved to have seen.
Wait, well, hold on. What movie was he making?
Stanley
Napoleon?
Kubrick had like all the books ready for a Napoleon film, which I would have loved to seen. That would have been dope.
Wow. Well, I guess we're doing our number ones.
Yeah,
So numero uno. So what were your five again?
my five
Your
were
five dystopian sci-fi films.
my four was Blade Runner, three was Alien, two was A Clockwork Orange, five must have been Delicatessen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And mine were shoot, where did I start? Mad Max, right?
Yeah,
With the Bad Batch. What was the other one?
Dread.
Dread. Well, no. Dread was the last one. The third one. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, numero uno, the greatest of all time.
Mm.
Top of the hill. I will give the best dystopian sci-fi movie to none other than the greatest movie that's ever fucking been made, The Thing.
The thing. The thing.
That's too easy. Why would I throw the greatest movie that's ever been made in there? All right, let me do something better. Let's say Last Action Hero. Nah, I can't do that. All I'm doing is just trumping everything. Okay. The Thing. Fuck it. I'm taking The Thing.
Okay.
The greatest movie ever made. John
No,
Carpenter's remake of The Thing.
it's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
It's an okay film.
What are you crazy?
No.
How can you even dispute? All right, Whatever. What's yours?
Stalker.
Hmm.
It is the top dystopian sci-fi movie of all time.
Okay. Okay. So is Maniac though.
No.
No.
Stalker. I mean, it's revered on all fronts. It's like
I mean, you're reared on all fronts.
I mean, it's not
Front
only
my rear.
funny, but it's just like from all levels, it's a great movie. Even if you don't like sci-fi movies, it's a great film.
Okay. But wait. But all right. So you're saying sci-fi, dystopian, Stalker is numero uno.
Yeah, like a lot of the concepts of like, you know, the zone and shit like were kind of brought forth in this film. A lot of concepts of, you know, that green area or whatever. The concepts of fucking Mad Max itself.
Well, I'm so glad that we wait, hold on. Stalker, wait, hold on. Who's in Stalker again?
I don't know. It's fucking like it's an old fucking Russian movie from 1970 some shit. Like it's like got some Andre something in it.
Fuck it. I'm changing my number one.
No, like
I'm changing my number one. My number one's Metropolis.
I've already crushed it.
Fuck it. That's what I'm going with. All right, numero one in your boys' book. I picked Metropolis. I have a poster of it on my wall.
Like just because you got a poster in the wall doesn't make it the fucking best sci-fi dystopian movie.
Yes, it does.
And I say that Stalker is best. Trumps your silent bullshit.
I'm not silent. I just said.
Yes, you are.
All right.
You're silent, just like Metropolis is. Anyway. But no, Metropolis is classic. Metropolis is classic. What the fuck are you doing? What? I don't even get what you.
I don't know. Just fucking her. Anyway, so I'm picking Metropolis.
Metropolis is classic.
You can't beat that. You can't.
But it's not better. It's not better.
Yeah.
All right. You're
comment your comments in the comments down below and tell Nicky how wrong he is.
What?
Tell Nicky how wrong he is. That he doesn't. That he thinks Stalker is the greatest one above Metropolis.
Stalker is. I mean, Metropolis is great and it's significant. But
shout out to Brazil, by the way. I was totally gonna pick Brazil.
Shout out to Brazil. Brazil is good. Brazil is a significant movie for, you know, this genre. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think that Brazil, shoot, I think it deserves a lot more credit. You know, because it's one of those movies that a lot of people forget about.
Yeah.
Terry Gilliam as one of the greatest directors of all time made that movie like off the back of his hand. He's like, and so Brazil was just this wild fucking movie. I mean, you wouldn't have 12 Monkeys without it. You wouldn't have Fear and Loathing without it. You know. So Brazil is definitely worth a watch. Definitely.
Well, I mean, yeah, but 12 Monkeys is made by Terry.
Yeah.
So
Would you say? Oh, well, what do you want to do next? Do you want to do time travel movies next?
what?
Do you want to do time travel movies?
No, I want to do new sci-fi movies.
Oh, neo sci-fi movies. Oh, like
Yeah,
what? Like what kind of movies?
I'd like to do newer sci-fi movies. So,
Like
like,
what?
I found significant,
Like Godzilla versus King Kong?
like, I don't know if that's your bar. Okay, it seems like a low bar. One of the significant newer sci-fi films that I've really enjoyed was Ex Machina. Was really good.
Oh, okay. All right. So you want to talk about Ex Machina?
Ex Machina was really fucking good in my book. Like for me,
Are you kidding, dude? Ex Machina is like a perfect movie.
it's really good for a newer sci-fi film.
That movie's fucking perfect.
And then also, I'd like to give a shout out to Predestination was really fucking good too.
Well, here's the thing: is that we're not what we just discussed. We were just talking about dystopian sci-fi.
Yeah,
So, like our spectrum of what we talk about is gonna be very very broad strokes. So in which case, like we'll get to a lot of them, but I feel like I don't know. Okay, but you're saying that you want to talk about what kind of movies?
neo sci-fi. What's a newer sci-fi movie that you've really enjoyed?
Me?
Mine is Ex Machina.
Um, what was that? Um, shoot, what was that one? There was one with Jeremy Renner. I think it was like Annihilation or something like that, or something.
Yeah, that was actually the
Well,
film that
Annihilation was actually really good too. I'll talk about Annihilation.
Alienation, I think.
No, mm, no, not the one with Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, but that one was good too. But there's another one that's like it's got Natalie Portman. It's like it's like someone's just leaning on a keyboard. It's
Yeah,
like
but that was actually the second film of only a two-film career so far of the director and writer of Ex Machina.
no shit. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, that's where fucking dude got his Star Wars role. He was Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse, and he was also uh Cam Debo or whatever his name was in Rise of Skywalker. Who gives a fuck? But yeah, Jason Isaacs. Yeah.
Oh, the writer?
No, the actor. It's like
Oh.
Cam Debo
Uh,
or whatever his fucking name is. Oh, can we talk about the Rise of Skywalker?
um yeah, okay. Like what are we talking about in reference?
No. We'll talk about it later. Um, it is the greatest sci-fi movie of all time, correct?
What?
Rise of Skywalker.
What is that, like some new fucking bad Star Wars movie? They keep on fucking them up.
It came out 2 years ago.
2 years ago? Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Um,
I think
we don't have to talk about it if you don't want.
the most recent one, like I don't remember it being that memorable. I
No,
can
I was totally gonna fuck with you. I was totally gonna fuck with you because dystopian would definitely have one of the Terminator movies in it. And I was gonna
yes.
put like And I was gonna say like Terminator Dark Fate.
No, the original Terminator would be in someone's
Well, the
list.
latest one. I was gonna throw the latest one in there, Terminator Dark Fate, which case like I feel like I was down there in Costa Rica and I took a bunch of acid and Keith and I were just sitting there just yelling at the screen, just being like, I don't care about any of these people. What is happening? What is this stupid nonsense bullshit? So yeah, Terminator can kiss my fucking taint. A bunch of fucking nonsense.
Terminator, like the first one is pretty good. Like, and even like Terminator 2 is like okay.
Is it?
I haven't seen it in forever, but for being okay.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah, I decided not to do that. Decided not to do that too. But I will pick Metropolis as my numero uno.
What?
Metropolis is my numero uno for the numero uno sci-fi dystopian movie of all time.
Yeah, but again,
And you picked Stalker.
yeah, because it's better.
I feel like you could have picked Blade Runner and would have done a lot.
Nah,
No?
no, because Stalker's
You don't want to
better.
switch it up? You have
No.
a chance. You can recant. You can say Blade Runner right now.
Look, what I'll say to people.
You also said Clockwork Orange, right?
Yeah, but what I will say about Stalker is that, take a look at it. Stalker 1979 by Andrei Tarkovsky. Amazing film. Okay. And give it at least, 30, 40 minutes before you decide to turn it off. Okay. Because it has to go into, you have to get out of that sepia tone portion until you're really getting into the film. Anyway, so that being said,
all right, well, I guess that we've wrapped it up
yeah.
tonight,
Tonight,
and this goes out to everybody on Easter morning, so happy Easter to everybody, anyone that's still listening. And you know what, like we as pious men, we do not partake on Easter. We were just going to eat rabbits. We're not of the ilk to slay the rabbits. We just like eat the bunny ears off of the chocolate. But yeah, no, we love you guys so much, and thanks so much for listening to this nonsense that we talk about, where we just figured out the top 5 dystopian sci-fi movies of all time. Where you have myself, Evan, who's a complete and total idiot, and Nicholas, who is very, very smart. And I enjoy talking about good movies every once in a while, believe it or not. Even though like Nicky probably hates my guts because all I do is talk shit like about like nonsense movies.
no, but Waterworld sucks.
You heard it here first.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
And
everybody. Hey,
see
got a little
you
love for you guys.
Saturday night.
Absolute moment.
Laters.